know you're somewhere, somewhere.
Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. Today, Cancer, you guys got Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. 3, 3, and then the 2, 2. So we have repetitive numbers 2, 2, 3, 3. You could be seeing a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is the energy that they want you to remain in, but you could be dealing with an earth sign. I'm getting 2 stories. I'm gonna tell you right now. Some of you guys might feel like you have a lot of things to explore. Like you have a lot of options to explore right now. Like there's a lot of things opening in your life, setting you on a path like this way, this way, this way, this way. Like you have a lot of options, right? Which is never a bad thing. I think the only thing that they're saying is like, be careful as you go along. Like maybe you can explore 2 options or 3 options at once. I'm not saying like date 3 people. I'm saying like, you know, you want to dip your toe into this and also this and that. Like you want to just see, you know, get a feel for this environment or that environment. Like it's kind of like if you wanted to move here or there and you go see a house there in that one location and then another location. Like I'm just getting like, you have that opportunity right now. Okay. Like it's actually a really beautiful thing that you have all these options, and I feel like just telling you, I don't know why I heard like be safe, but just, I don't know why I heard be safe. I feel like maybe some of you guys don't feel brave enough to explore all your options. So I feel like they're letting you know you're tougher than you think you are. Like a lot of you guys right now might feel like in your emotions, but you're actually very tough. You have like this very hard, you see how the armadillo has like this protection around him? Like you have protection around you. You don't have to be scared, like to explore all your options. That's one thing that I'm getting for you, Cancer. And then the second thing I'm getting is that someone around you might be headed your way and see you as the Queen of Pentacles. So when someone sees you as a Queen of Pentacles, that means that they see you as a very stable, like nurturing person, like somebody like, oh, I want that to be the mother of my kids, or oh, I want that to be my wife. Like that's kind of what, when someone sees a Queen of Pentacles, that's like the vibe, right? I don't know, like they used to say this around where I used to live back in the day, like, oh, that's like wifey material, right? Which is like a compliment, I think. Anyway, I mean, it is. So they could be traveling towards you after just experiencing a 10 of swords. This is a 10 of swords. So after experiencing some sort of heartbreak or experiencing some sort of betrayal, they're headed their way towards you. Let's see what this is about, but those are the 2 vibes that I'm getting. They could both be happening. Let's see. All right, Cancer, this is so weird, but I'm getting like 2 readings again, like a split in the read. So let's go with the first one, which is you being afraid to set out. I feel like a lot of you guys are putting this cop-out excuse where like, it's like, I'm not young anymore. Like whatever the fuck that means. And I know exactly what you mean. I don't want to say how old I just turned because I just feel like, fuck that. You see, like I don't want to say it. And like, I'm thinking, well, a woman never reveals her age. And I understand that so much. So I get you guys so much. I get it. Like that feeling of like a chapter in your life has closed, and that chapter had like, when we kind of time frame things like, oh, your teens are meant to do this and your childhood's meant for this and your 20s is meant for this and your 30s are meant for this. So I feel like that's kind of like what you're doing, where you're like, I'm just too old to be doing shit like that. Like I'm telling you, I understand it completely. Like when I go out sometimes, everyone's like so much younger than me and I'm just like, fuck, like I'm the youngest person. I'm the oldest person here, it's like a weird feeling. And I understand that completely, Cancer. But I get that that's like not an excuse. Like it's your cop-out, but it's not an excuse. It's just this, it's like the excuse you're making to not venture out. It's the excuse you're making for not living your life the way you want to live it. And I think this could even relate to me a lot, this reading, because it's like, some things you want to do, and you're holding yourself back for like a dumb reason. I'm sorry, like it is dumb what we're doing at the end of the day, like saying, well, like we're too old to do that, or like, that's for your 20s or your teens or your 30s, like you're not supposed to do this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, in reality, I feel like that's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not. And I think the reason that you haven't set out, if you have a lot of ideas and you have a lot of plans, I feel somebody who wants to really travel, like someone who hasn't really ventured out and they're afraid to. I'm kind of getting like an Eat, Pray, Love vibe too. I don't know if you've seen Eat, Pray, Love. The book was amazing. The movie was kind of shitty, but whatever. The book was really good. I know people make fun of it, but I love the book. I don't give a fuck. And in the book, like she wants to travel to 3 places in the world. She has like these ideas of how they will be, and they're nothing like what she thinks they're gonna be, right? Like she thinks visiting, I think like an ashram in India is gonna be so amazing for her, and she ends up like, I feel like disliking it a lot at first, like she can't really find like why she wanted to do this in the first place. And I'm getting like, that might also be something that happens to you. Like you expect to travel a place and it's not exactly what you thought it was gonna be. Oh yeah, she wants to go to Italy, I think to India, and then to Bali. I think those are her 3 destinations. Maybe you guys have a similar plan. Like I want to go to these 3 places. And the lady in Eat, Pray, Love is not like a 20-year-old girl. So let's just, keep it real. Like your age is not something that should stop you from traveling and moving and doing a lot of things. Like again, maybe you have like a knee problem, or you have something that's like you feel is like not gonna help you travel, like, oh, I have like this back pain or whatever the fuck it is. And I keep getting like, it's just not an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Okay, so that's like the one thing that I'm getting, that just because like you have, maybe your body is not, that of a teen, and you feel, I think you feel crazy for feeling so young at heart, because it's like only somebody in this age would do this, and like who am I to go out and do this at this age? And I just feel all these restrictions. Maybe you come from a very traditional place where, that's just not what women do at a certain age, right? And I like it even more if that's the case for you, because you are just definitely an exception. And again, you should really be proud of yourself for wanting to live your life the way you want to live it and how you want to live it. And you know what I'm saying? Like to explore. I feel like you should look at it in another way. Like, wow, I did this at this age, or wow, or just take the age out of it. Just like I did this because I wanted to do this, and it's made me so happy for doing it. So just be careful. Like don't stop stopping yourself because of age. I feel somebody here like really, it's like age is the issue, and it's not. It's the fear that you have for whatever reason. We all have it. Like I'm telling you, I'm going through it too, to a certain extent, and I understand it completely. But again, that doesn't mean that we're right. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that we're right. It just means that there's a fear there, and we need to push past it. All right, now we're gonna get into like a love reading, kind of, because again, I am getting a love vibe here. So yeah. But back to the first read, the travel. The devil is here twice, which tells me like there is a lot of fear. There is a lot of fear. And I think the fear comes from like, what if my expectations aren't met, or what if like people see, how do people view me? Like you've lived your life a certain way for so long, like why would you start worrying about it now? Do you know what I'm saying? And I think maybe it was easier to be like the rebel, or it was easier when you were younger to be kind of that person, but now as you get older, like who gives a fuck? Like again, it's like age shouldn't be the thing here. It should not be the defining factor. It shouldn't be. And it's like they saying like once you change your perception, you will be stable. And once you're stable, you will find the happiness that you're desiring. Like the union can happen within you, because like if you're attacking your own body for its aging process, then like how could you feel in sync, and how could you feel at one with yourself, and how can you feel aligned if you're attacking yourself for aging? You know what I mean? And it's the reality. I remember my great grandma, she told me, she was like, yeah, I look in the mirror and I don't even know who the fuck that is. You know what I mean? Like I don't even recognize myself, because who I am in my soul is the same person who I was when I was 10, 20, 30, but like who I am in the mirror is this totally different person. And I never understood that, and now I'm kind of getting it as I age. I'm like, fuck, like I get that. Like sometimes it's like you just, you're aging and there's no stopping that process. But that should not stop you from living, okay? Now for the love reading, sorry. Same kind of concept. Someone doesn't want to venture out. Someone is afraid to venture out, but I don't think that's you, Cancer. I feel like this is the person you're attached to. They see you as a Queen of Pentacles. They see you as someone like that they want to have a 10 of Pentacles with. They want to have union with you. They are a soulmate of yours with the 6 of Cups. But they haven't made up their mind yet. And why haven't they made up their mind? Because they're in fear. The devil came out here twice. Like I said before, the devil is here twice. And when the devil appears twice, that's like a very big amount of fear. That's not like, this person is so afraid. Like two scenarios will happen and both of them will not really even, like, they're afraid that things will not work out, right? Like they're afraid that if they venture out to you, they don't take a pause, they don't, stop, they go towards you, they move towards you, all that, and they tell you the offer that they have, that it's just not going to work out, and that they were right all along the whole time. You were someone that was meant to betray them. Like you're not meant to be the person in their life. Like they're just afraid of like rejection, I guess, or like not even rejection. Like I don't think they're afraid you will reject them. I think they're afraid of like, what if you guys date, or what if you guys like see each other for a couple of months and then this doesn't end up working out, right? Like that's what this person's biggest fear is, like the ending of this relationship, because they want to take it slow and they want to be very sturdy, and they want this to amount to a 10 of Pentacles where they can have kids with you, they can have a lifetime with you, and they don't have to look for anyone else. But then again, it's like you never know what's going to happen, and they somehow feel that the truth is that you will betray them at the end. Like they think that like it doesn't matter how I look at this. This person will betray me. Like they just feel like you will betray them at the end of this. Like, but in a sense, all love is like betrayal, right? Like nothing ends up, like the people that you love will hurt you. Like that's the reality, and I think they also kind of know that. But they sense that you're gonna stab them in the back. Like they're very fearful that you will stab them in the back, that you will hurt them, that you will betray them, that you will, leave them with nothing after all this effort that they put in. So like that's why the devil is here twice, because it's like, again, it's a big fear of theirs. And then we have the devil again. So like their other fears, like if they put work into it, like what if this all works out? And I get with the devil on this side, on the shorter side, that's more of the reality here. The reality here is that like this could actually just go very well with the Fool. Like this could just go exactly how they planned for it to go, where it's not only the fact that it goes the way they want it to go, but the fact that like, what if they just left it open with you, in a sense of like, what if they didn't have all these expectations placed on you and they didn't really expect anything, and they just came forward in their own, like, they just presented themselves and saw what happened, right? I think that's more of like the way to go about this, right? They would be turning the wheel for themselves, and the fact that they're not expecting a betrayal, they're not expecting a marriage, they're just seeing what's going to happen, like they're living in the moment. That's the best way for this person to go, to put in work, not with you, but putting in work. I mean, yes, they should put in work with you if they want to be with you, but putting in work in the fact that their fear is what's holding them back, like putting the effort into fighting the devil, like the inner demons, the fear. Like if they put work into that, then the wheel turns for them and they go into full energy. And in full energy, I feel like with you, that would mean just, seeing what lies ahead, not like planning for the future. Like they're literally here planning for the day of your betrayal. They're here like planning, like, okay, like this is when Cancer is going to break my heart. This is when Cancer is going to leave me alone. This is when Cancer is going to be texting somebody else or calling somebody else or, talking to somebody else, or I'm just going to find something that betrays me and I just don't even want to deal with that. So what's the point? Okay. That's this person's two like ways of seeing this. Like maybe I just don't expect anything and I go and see what the fuck happens, and I don't plan for anything. I just go. or I go and I have this like very limited view of what's going to happen, and I know I'm going to be betrayed, and that's it. And it's hard for this person. It's just hard for this person. Obviously, their perception's in reverse. They're skewed, like they're thinking the wrong way. They're not living in integrity. When you live in your integrity, you're not living in fear. Like, the interesting thing about the integrity card is that the Empress is here naked. When you live in your integrity, you don't hide. You know what I mean? There's nothing to hide. You have to. It's like you're naked. You know what I mean? There's nothing to hide. It reminds me of people who like have like the nicest clothes, like, you know, and then they take off their clothes and they don't have the nicest bodies. You know what I mean? And they hide behind all these designer names and these designer clothes and all this shit. And in reality, they're just like this unhealthy person. But I'm getting that, like, this person has a lot to hide because they have a lot of feelings, I feel like, for you, and they don't want to expose those feelings. So they're not ready to go. They're at this crossroads. And I feel like they're trying to say, like, at the end of the street, like, this person has to make some sort of decision. And I feel like they're younger than you because the youth card came out here with mature woman. So I feel like Cancer, for whoever this is, that you're the older person here and this is the younger person. And I feel like this person has to make some sort of decision. I think with unexpected income, something's going to push this person to make the decision. I want to know what that is. Let's see. What is this unexpected income? I mean, obviously it could just mean having enough money to go, but I don't think that's what's holding this person back at all. Like, this is not that this person doesn't have the money to visit you. Like, I don't think, maybe you guys don't live near each other. It's not that this person doesn't live near you. There's something, I mean, obviously there's the big block of fear, but there might be, this is like the catalyst to them making a decision. I think that's the answer here. Like, when they see, okay, so this is what this person's gonna do. You're coming up as a true pair, King and Queen of Pentacles. What this person's gonna do is live their life the way that they're living it now. So I think this person's gonna keep living their life the way they want, and they're gonna realize that they're not happy with the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Three of Wands in reverse. Like, nothing's happening. And obviously nothing's gonna happen because they haven't made the move. And I think that's what's going to be the catalyst to them wanting to work things out with you with Temperance. And that's going to be the catalyst to them making the decision with the Lovers. So, like, right now it's up in the air with this person. But I feel like what kind of is the catalyst is not something like a big change, but the fact that there is no change. The fact that nothing's going on. The fact that every day is the same. The fact that, like everything just is normal. And that's the risk you take when you want something really beautiful, when you want union, when you want the Six of Cups. You take a chance, right? You risk it all, because that's how life is, right? Like, you have to take a risk to have to achieve something. Anything good in life, like, there is a risk involved, and I feel like they kind of understand that. So I feel like they realize, like, there's going to be a realization that with no risk, there's no reward. There is no great reward that comes. And that is what's going to make this person make the decision. Like, the fact that without this risk that they take, this Three of Wands here twice, without the risk of venturing out, there will never be this reconciliation or union between the two of you. So I think the fact that it's all kind of up to them at this point, because I don't see you making any moves towards them, and I think they know that. So it's kind of like, well, if I want to talk to this person, if I want to go towards this person, it's a move that I have to make. And this is what's unexpected to them. The fact that, like everyday life for them is, yeah, they feel stable, but they don't feel any passion in their life. They don't feel any enjoyment. They're not feeling that creative flow like that, you know. It's kind of like life is just stopped, or life is just in black and white, you know what I mean? And it's like, how can I return to the world of color? How can I return to feeling something? Okay, like, I have to make a move. So that's what I'm getting with this person. So let's pull some advice for you, Cancer. we do have set healthy boundaries here, so let's see why that's coming up. Maybe they'll give us an answer. All right, guys, so what's interesting here is like this person, I don't think the boundary message is for you, because we have boundaries here again. The porcupine, the armadillo. I think they are going to have their boundaries kind of like, they're the ones that are going to be like very guarded. They're the ones that are going to be very afraid. Like, look at them here as the King of Pentacles. You see how the tortoise has like that shell? Like, they're the ones that are very afraid. So keep that in mind when you talk to this person. We see we have bashfulness. Like, I don't think that this person, even if they present to you as like a cocky motherfucker, like, you know, someone who's very like, you know, the way they dress and the way they do everything is like so confident, like, you know, it's like all these like beautiful things about this person. They are very afraid. They're coming up again. Look at these animals. Like, I don't know if you understand, but it's like they're not coming up as the lion. They're not coming up as like, they're not coming up as these energies of someone who's like confident. I'm thinking of like a lion, an eagle, like a jaguar. Look at the animals they're coming up as. And this is no shade to the masculine. It's just like, look at this. The armadillo, the porcupine, the tortoise, and the possum. Like these little animals, you know what I mean? So this person is afraid, you know, like they're very afraid. And I think like they want to take themselves out of the shell, but it's going to take time. And I think that you think that they might be sneaky because of the way they're approaching you, but I don't think they're being sneaky. I think there's just so much fear behind this person. Like, you see how the coyote has fear. And again, even think about the animal of a coyote, like the coyote as an animal. It's still not like I don't know why, but I want to say like a bear, a deer, a moose, an elk. Like, these are, you know, like, think of the animals we're getting. The possum, the armadillo, the porcupine, the coyote. The coyote is like the biggest one so far. They're trying really hard to protect their own heart. And I think that they might come off to you as someone who doesn't give a fuck. And they might come off to you as, it's not that they don't give a fuck. If they're going to come off maybe like guarded, you know, like they're not ready for a lot, and that's fine, because I think that that's exactly where they're ready to be at with you, and that's fine. So with communication, you see here, like, they are very devoted to you. They want to guard you, but what you have to understand is that, oh my God, what's interesting is with the sheep and the wolf. Like, I feel like they feel like they're the sheep and you're the wolf and you're gonna eat them. Like, they're just afraid of you. And I feel like, I think, to be honest, like, you have to show this person that you're not going to hurt them, if that makes sense. Like, you have to show this person that you're not going to like stumble or step on their heart. So take it very slowly with this person, because I feel like the wolf is you. And I feel like this is them. The rooster and the sheep. Like, they'll communicate to you something, and then they're kind of out there, and then they need you to like show them that everything's okay, like that they didn't do this for no reason, or that like you're gonna laugh at them. Like, they're very bashful. I like this person, even though they're so scared. Like, the thing is, I don't think this person will ever present themselves as like a fearful person, but they are very scared. They are very, very afraid. Again, like, I just wish you could understand like the feeling I get when I see these cards. Like the armadillo, like, look how cute he is. Like, I just don't feel like this is someone who, like, they're so scared. And then you have the Kini, the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. See, it's like this feminine aspect within them that it's afraid. You know what I mean? Like, that love, that emotional side of them is afraid to let go and to open up to you. And I feel like you, as you know, if you're the feminine, you should understand that this person is afraid, that they're not somebody that's, you know, trying to be timid, or that I don't think they'll present themselves as timid. I just think they're going to present themselves as a little bit guarded and have a lot of boundaries, and that's okay, because I just feel like this person is trying to protect themselves. So kind of like help them see that you're there to guard them, that you're not there to like eat them or like, you know, be the person that destroys them, which is what they again are thinking is going to happen. Just show them how you know, you are there to protect them and you are there to guard them as much as they are there to guard you. Yeah. The enlightened feminine, like I feel like that's you. Like I think you'll be able to see through this person. If you see this reading and then you see this person, you'll be able to see that this person is actually more afraid than anything else. So yeah, I love you, Cancer. I hope this helps. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.